I'm your host, Logan23. You're joining me for Court of the Nightfall, Chapter 7. What a beautiful castle. In the car on the way to Castle Viana. You're not far from the drawbridge when you look up and see the walls. Parking can be scarce, but we should be okay. I think this car got a reserve space. You look over at Jax, he's being awfully cheery. How long have you owned a car? It's on loan from the castle staff. Not to brag, but I'm kind of important around here. So you're a knight. Like the hero kind. Like the soldier kind. Jax laughs, bowing sarcastically. Like the Teutonic kind, actually. Sir Jax Lux at your service. A Teutonic knight. He did always pick that team when we used to play orders with Brooke and Ella. What should I ask him? Nothing, just shrug and move on. Look, I'm really freaking out here. Can you remind me of the differences between the orders? There's Inquisition, Teutonic, Hospitaller, and Templar. Those are the orders, Scarlet. They were all founded by the first knight, the hero Juliana. She was the first human to ever kill a Nephilim. She liberated humans from the Nephilim and made them agree to a truce between our kinds. But it didn't last. Well, that's obvious. Anyways, Juliana's orders each have a different purpose and separate leaders, but we all ultimately serve the Pope. The Inquisition ferret out rule breakers and enforce the laws. You don't want to test them. Teutonic knights, like me, are soldiers. We guard people and defend the world from threats, like Nephilim, like the thing that killed my parents. He grimaces and lightly sets his hand on your back as he continues. The hospitals are healers. Those knights act as doctors and do medical research. And the Templars? Your parents. Suddenly the world seems heavier. You remember the Templars are the secret keepers of the Order. My parents were knights of the Templar Order? But if I remembered right, there aren't many Templars left. They were always the first targets in battles. Ding, 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 ding! And that's why your two parents are dead. So, what secrets were they guarding? Jackson, my parents were killed, really, some of the last Templars, and were hiding for pretty much my whole life. What was it all for? There's no way that crystal could have been so important, right? Or the weapon inside of it? Who really knows, Scarlet? All I know is the Council told me that 2 Templars needed my help tonight. And then I was too late. Oh god, that's right. The Council wants to question me. The Council is the organization of 5 high-ranking officials who control the orders. They probably want to know what happened to the crystal. They're probably bringing an entire army of Inquisitors to my house to investigate what happened. Why do they need me? How long are they going to hold me? No one's holding you, Scarlet. They're just going to ask you some questions about what happened. I've got some questions of my own, and I'm sure they'll be happy to answer them. You pout as his patronizing tone. You shoot Jax a stern look. If you don't buy me a Freo later... Oh, it's a date. I never congratulated you on taking your pilot's license exam anyways. I completely forgot about that. I took the test right before everything fell apart. Dad and I trained for weeks to get the maneuvers and safety practices down. I wonder how I did, or if it even matters now. You look up at the towers as you drive across the drawbridge. The whole castle's an island on the center of a lake. The walls are old and made of faded white stone. They seem deceptively small until you cross the gates. It's quite beautiful. The castle courtyard is massive. There are shops and stalls, and students traveling from place to place. Where are we going? I'm taking you straight to the council. I told them you'd be, a bit, tired, but they insisted on seeing you. It's a matter of global security. You stop moving. Jax moves ahead without notice, but looks back and takes your hand. Why am I here? I failed your parents, Scarlet. I can't fail you too. This is the only place you'll be safe. So you've been working with the orders this whole time? Since I left for the Castra Domus, a lot happened. Back when you were in the hospital, they said you and your father were in a wreck, but your father didn't die in a car crash, did he? No, he didn't. A lot of things didn't happen the way the media reported it. And all the vacations you said you were spending with your grandparents? Yeah, I was actually here at Castle Vinya. And that summer camp you were always stuck at when the school was supposed to be going? Welcome to camp. I'm really sorry I had to lie to you. Guess you guys don't have camp t-shirts with a name like that. Jax knows more than he's letting on. I should ask him about my parents. Does that mean your parents were knights? My father was a guardian in the Teutonic Order. He was basically a frontline soldier. Not that he ever told me. So, does that mean you're one of the first men sent on the front lines? Yes. I followed in his footsteps, although unintentionally. So our parents lied to us. Our parents didn't die in vain, Scarlet. They spent their whole lives trying to protect us. We owe them everything. They owed us the truth, though. Well, you got the truth, I got shit. As you enter the castle hall, you find yourself absentmindedly rummaging in your pocket, but the e-glass is gone. You can feel the remnants of the cuts on your hand, but they're already completely closed and healing fast. You can barely see any students, the sun's already set, and the time difference and jet lag gives you a headache. Geez, what time is it? Around 8 p.m. We're almost there, but we've got to pass some security checkpoints. You come across different sets of knights, each of them crossing their spheres as you approach. Jax flashes a ring, and they let you pass. I didn't even see you put that on. It's a fourth order signet. They gave it to me for, it's a long story. Yeah. My best friend moonlights as a hero. I get it. You pass through the hallways with vaulted ceilings, ancient tapestries adorning the walls. It takes a while, but you arrive at the council doors. Jax turns to you and holds your hand. I know it's a lot to take in, Star, but please trust me. I'm doing everything I can to protect you. Jax is really serious. I should brace myself. You take a deep breath and ready yourself for a wave of questions. I'm ready. The knights at the door open the chambers, and you enter to meet with the council. Are we meeting with the UN Security Council? Because Jesus, this is a big room. A large open room with ornate pillars stands before you, and 5 chairs on a raised platform sit 5 council members in a semicircle. Jax is holding your hand. You squeeze back tight. You may step forward. Hey, look, it's Elton John. As the man addresses you, the council quiets down. Jack whispers tips in your ear. He's the head of the Templar Order, the lead secret keeper. There are actually 2 Templars in the council, but he calls the shots. Bring the gathering to order. We are here to witness the testimony of Scarlet Knight on the death of Marcus and Violet Knight, and the theft of the weapon they were tasked to protect. I have brought her as instructed, Chancellor. And the weapon? What's become of it? It is Chancellor who asks questions in the tribunal, Grandmaster. Can you not go one meeting without speaking out of turn? Order. It is also my job to do the correcting. Raganoth, as head of Titons, the Grandmaster has legitimate concerns. As head of that Inquisition, so do I. The Chancellor shoots a sharp look at Ragathon, who visibly settles himself next. He looks at you, his face softening. Please, tell us everything that happened tonight, Miss Knight. What should I do? The Knights are heroes, technically, but I've also seen Knights do terrible things, especially to Zenus. Do I trust them? I'll tell them the truth as best as I can. I got home in the early evening. My parents took me to the bunker where the weapons were stored. We took it to the truck. As we were loading it in, a Nephilim came down from the sky along with dozens of soldiers. My dad died fighting him. And did he fight bravely? Did he shield it with all of his power? Yes, my mom did the same. That, I believe. They both died protecting me and the weapon. I managed to grab a gun and fight back, but the Nephilim knocked me out. I lost consciousness and fell on top of the crystal. I don't remember much after that, aside from Jax rescuing me. The crystal was shattered. Whatever you had in there, it's not there anymore. All I know is that my parents are gone, and it's because of whatever you made them protect. Someone wanted it, and they got it. I see what you did there. Someone did get it. The council's silent. Ragathon shuffles a bit, seeming on edge.
So the weapon disappeared. It's no longer within the crystal.
Yes. Where did it go? Why did the Nephilim, as you say it was, not kill you after dispatching your parents? I have no idea. If they knew about me coming back to life, or that weird incident where I was in the soldier's mine, they might suspect I'm part of a plot to steal the weapon. Something in my gut is telling me that I have to keep whatever it is happening to my body under wraps.
Ragathon grumbles loudly. This can't be everything, Chancellor. Something doesn't add up.
Can you tell us anything else about the weapon? The details of the crystal? It was big and heavy? I was talking about what was inside, dear. How did it open in the first place? The crystal had certain qualities that should have made this whole night's events quite unlikely. I don't think it's safe to tell them my blood made it crack, or that I shot it. Better improvise. I don't know. There was mist rising from inside it, but aside from that... Oh, and there was blood everywhere, but I don't know if it was my parents or the soldiers.
It's not that hard to see blood. What are you hiding?
With all due respect, sir, Scarlet is colorblind. It would have been hard to tell since she can't see colors. Oh, that's right. He doesn't know that I can see color now. I guess I shouldn't correct him, since it's working for my alibi. Ragathon scoffs. He slowly rises from his seat.
With all due respect, Chancellor, this all sounds like a fairy tale, a sealed crystal shattering on its own Nephilim. The Nephilim are dead, all of them. We made sure to kill them to the last. No one should have been able to to open that crystal. Unless there are more secrets the Templar Order isn't revealing to us, Chancellor.
Ragathon is almost seething with rage. The Chancellor responds with a sigh.
I understand your concerns, Ragathon. It warrants further questioning.
I was attacked today. My parents were killed. I was dropped into the world of the knights I used to read stories about, and now this old dude won't get off my case? I need to...
Keep letting him ask me things.
What could you possibly want? I've told you everything I know.
Surely you know more about the whereabouts of the weapon than you let on.
Your knees weaken at the accusation from the head Inquisitor. This is the highest authority of law. He could order you executed in an instant. Scarlet! Jax catches you as you fall, the Grandmaster gasps.
It seems we've been treating our guests rather poorly. I believe that's enough questions for now. I'm not done, Chancellor!
I am ending the tribunal for the evening, Ragathon. We have enough information for a formal investigation. Ragathon huffs. The other members of the council are already gathering their things. Jax, if you would, please show Miss Knight to her room, and we'll arrange formal accommodations before long. Chancellor looks at you with a melancholy smile. Please accept my condolences on the loss of your parents. We'll do whatever we can to bring their killers to justice. Was that a tear slipping down his cheek? I thank you, Chancellor, but I have a few questions before we go. Very well, ask away. Yes, it was. What am I going to ask about? Ask about their investigation. I wanted to know what your next move will be. I want to ensure the investigation goes smoothly. It will. We will send Inquisitors to your house, probe the surrounding areas for information about the weapon, your parents, and the assailants. Please keep me updated. And thank you for the information. Meeting adjourned. Rest well, Scarlet. Jax takes your hand and escorts you out of the courtroom. As you walk out the doors, you suddenly feel drained. You did great, Scarlet. The council is usually way scarier during interrogations. They pitied me. But as long as it gets me into a nice change of clothes, I'm not complaining. Yeah, let's get you into something less covered in blood. You walk through what seems like a maze of winding hallways, eventually coming to a dorm house. Passing the students give you strange looks. I must look like I came off a battlefield. It's late for them to be up, isn't it? We have training exercises until midnight, and some special training lasts until early morning. We're almost there. A tall girl with red hair and Teutonic symbol on her chest stares at you, and Jax grips your hand tight. Move along, trainee. Nothing to see here. An embarrassed look on her face, she shuffles away hurriedly. You arrive at Jax's dorm room before long. Jax pulls out a key and unlocks the door, gesturing for you to walk inside. Wow, it's almost normal. You see touches of Jax, you know, in his room. A stack of comics, clothes thrown everywhere, his favorite baseball glove. Mixed in are items you've never seen, mostly night gear. There's some armor lying around, and swords and pommels lying in the corner. I was thinking something about the Chancellor bothered me. Jax grabs some sweats and hands them to you. Here. They'll be a little big, but they're clean. Who is he, Jax? Should I know him? Jax stands silent for a moment. He lets out a sigh. He's your grandfather. So the old guy who was really questioning us is our grandfather? Oh, cool. Well, with that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Head down the description below. Links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Please head over to Twitch. Feel free to follow me. We are about 10 followers away from me at least applying for affiliate. I was trying to get it before tomorrow, the 25th, but better late than never, I suppose. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for chapters 8 through 10. I will try and get done as quickly as possible. However, do keep in mind that I have to legitimately run out here in about 50 minutes. So I will apologize if I'm a little late with the chapters, or at least with the, probably I would say chapter 10. So do keep that in mind. Without further ado, thank you all, and catch you all in the next video. Peace.